I just got my California real estate license. Yes, I am still a software developer with a full-time job, and I have a bunch of independent projects that I'm trying to push, and I'm engaged, so currently I'm planning a wedding. Lots of things are keeping me busy right now. So why would I spend the money, time, and effort just for a license? Especially right now in California where there are just way too many real estate agents and not enough houses on the market. And not only that, but scheduling a real estate exam is near impossible right now. First, I had to wait 4 months for the Department of Real Estate to even recognize and respond to my eligibility to take the exam. Now, I'm from Irvine, and Los Angeles is technically the closest testing center, but for any city other than Sacramento, there wasn't even a single opening. Now there's San Diego, Los Angeles, Fresno, Oakland, and then Sacramento. So I had to drive from Irvine all the way to Sacramento just to take the test. And overall, that took almost 10 hours each way. Anyways, what benefit would there be in adding myself to the already large supply of realtors in California? Well, first let's talk about the real estate career. If I happen to make a sale for one house, then that'll be worth more money than I can make in 3 to 6 months with freelance coding. Now, I'm also starting in real estate because I love talking about finance, assets, business, and real estate. And I've been studying this since 2008 after my parents got completely wrecked from buying a house in 2006. Also, one of the skills I like to work on is sales. I don't have the personality of a used car salesman, so I can only sell things that I truly find valuable. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about my profession, which is in the world of software. And although, yes, right now I have a great full-time job, here are two quick main reasons why software developers in general leave their field, even if they're making six-figure salaries. First off, it's too easy to get burnt out from coding. Now, I love to code. I spend between 8 to 12 hours a day on just coding. But the burnout is real. I get headaches, eye twitches, my eyes won't even want to look at a screen sometimes. Then for my brain, sometimes it's just the hardest thing to even get a little bit of motivated to work on something, even if it's just a really easy small bug fix. And second, intellectual property. It's an industry standard for the employees of any tech company to sign an agreement that essentially relinquishes all of their patents and inventions to the company. But I guess that is only during the time of employment, and I guess a little bit after if the contract specifies that. Well, just in case you watched Silicon Valley, the main character Richard develops an algorithm that compresses data so it can be sent over a network extremely fast. Well, I guess not really faster, but there's less data to send over the network, which makes it faster. Anyways, the only reason why he didn't have to give up on his algorithm is because he didn't really work there. And it's kind of a long story, because it was something to do with their contracts in the middle of the series. Anyways, luckily I don't have any inventions, but one day I might. And when that time comes, I'd rather be working in real estate. So, what did it take to get licensed? And no, I'm not just talking about taking the courses, taking the exam, getting your live scan, fingerprint, and background check. Those are all things I need to do. But what did it really take for me with a full-time job? Well, first you have to take 3 courses, and each one of those courses will take about 45 hours total, and they have to be from a certified school. I use an online school called Real Estate Express. There are others out there as well, but this one served my needs pretty easily, and there was a good deal. Alright, so how much money did it cost for me to get a license? I'm not just talking about the exam fees, but also the courses. Well, first on the courses, I spent about $250 total, and there was a deal on the courses, but on top of that, I did get a few extra courses, flashcards and things like that, just to help me study. And then after you finish your course, you need to take the exam. The fees for the exam added up to maybe about $130, I think, total. Basically, if you want to get licensed, you want to expect to pay $400 to $500 total depending on the course, and then just how much the fees are when you apply. But to be honest, even $1,000 is pennies compared to how much I spent on getting a computer science degree from UC Irvine. And overall, it took me less than 6 months versus my computer science degree took me about, okay, I don't want to say how long it took in college, but most people take 4 years. So how annoying was the application process? Well, you need to pay for the license and exam fee, and then you have to do that with a mailed-in application, and then you also have to write down your credit card or check number on the application. Then you also have to give them your fingerprints and a background check. Honestly, it was just a little annoying with some paperwork, but if you want to get your license, then you shouldn't let some paperwork stop you. Alright, so how much did I study after my last course for the exam? Well, first I studied for a few weeks after my courses, but then to take the exam, it ended up taking a few months. So I took like a 2 month break, and then a week before I just started studying again, and well, I passed the first time. But still, in total, I wouldn't recommend taking the real estate exam sooner than a month after your last course. Your last course is typically going to be an elective, so that course will be a little bit off from what the exam's actual content is going to be. So, in the meantime, I took as many practice quizzes as possible, especially the ones that'll tell you the explanation right after. Anyways, I just wanted to share my experience. I don't have a broker yet, but I'm looking for one, and I'm pretty excited so far. If you're trying to get your real estate license, I hope you pull through with it. It doesn't take that much time and money compared to other careers, so the risk to reward ratio is ridiculously good. And of course, it's probably a lot harder than it sounds, as the average full-time salesperson will make about $73,000 a year, and I had to Google that, of course. But since it's sales-based, some real estate salespersons can make millions each year just because they know how to sell. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.